How do you not know how to do this?
I don't know how to do it. I don't.
Welcome to the Sub Engineer channel, everyone. My name is Robert Chinesky. With me, as always, is my lovely wife, Sandra. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. As always, I realize I rotate a lot when I'm doing these introductions.
Oh, do you swirl?
I swirl a lot. I do the same
Swirler.
thing when I do the podcast too, because I just don't want to just sit still and actually look at the camera. Anyway, thank you for joining us as always on these weekly live Q&As. We will be here for about an hour, maybe hour and 15 minutes, time allowing for, and how many questions, comments, queries, quips, and whatever else you guys have to throw at us. So we hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're here in December. Thank God 2020 is almost over. Hopefully 2021 brings much more glad tidings to all.
It wasn't the best.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was fine.
For us, it was fine.
We actually did
but
great.
The rest of the world just, is in a shit show.
I mean, I feel good, but I think I'm ready for it.
Well, you are drinking too.
New
So
Year.
So as always, guys, post up any
New
comments,
Year.
questions you have. Let us know where you're from, how your Thanksgiving was, what your Thanksgiving dish is, what pre-workout you're sipping on, what cocktail you may be sipping on as well. And we've got some supplement reviews and stuff to go into as well. But before that, what are you drinking, Sam?
Okay, we made up a new drink with sparkling apple cider and hot scotch. Now, if you've tuned in before, you know what hot scotch is. Hot scotch, you know what? I don't know. I'm going to get it wrong. Go ahead and tell us what it is.
It is their bourbon. It is a bourbon made by our favorite local distillery, Iron Wolf Distillery out in Spicewood, Texas.
Yeah.
Which is about 30 minutes from where we live here. It's wonderful. They make a really good bourbon. It's a 90 proof bourbon. I'm really hoping they do a 100 proof bourbon soon.
So this is bourbon?
It is. It's a bourbon base.
See, I don't know what that means.
So it's bourbon, but it's also steeped with butterscotch and black pepper.
So good. So it tastes like a
grab the,
Werther's.
bottle.
I'm going to go grab the bottle.
It's behind the tea kettle.
Okay, let's do it.
What's going on, Heinz Cups? Thanks for joining us. Post up any comments, questions you have, or just banter. Any other off-the-wall topics are always welcome as well, everyone tuning in. And one thing that we say every week on here is that we're not ignoring any questions, any comments that you have. Sometimes YouTube gets stupid with posting up comments and questions and all that. So keep entering it, and if we will eventually get to everything. So here's the liquid refreshment that Sandy's sipping on right now.
So good. Well, first of all, it's not very strong. What you said is 90 proof?
70 proof.
70 proof. And he drinks on a really regular basis, like 114 proof.
Yeah, not on a regular basis.
Wow.
My usual bourbon is 100 proof. So I prefer 100 proofs. This is a 69 proof, so it's 34.5% ABV.
Chill. Super easy.
Yeah. Here
Easy,
we go.
like Sunday morning, baby.
Born of the Texas Hill Country, Iron Wolf Ranch and Distillery breeds premium spirits infused with unique local ingredients, all masterfully crafted to bring you and your pack the ultimate experience.
Ooh, it is. It's ultimate.
Edgy and bold, wild and free.
Wow.
We bring you the best tastes of Texas with just the right amount of attitude.
Okay, I really like the description. I think it
Butterscotch
describes
pepper
me.
flavored whiskey.
Okay, anyways, yeah, it tastes like a Werther's, and then it's spicy on the back end. Not overly spicy, but it's like, ooh. And so we mixed it with sparkling apple cider, and it's so good.
Yeah, and out at the distillery, they do a something they call a new fashion. So for all of you tuning in, you know that my favorite beverage is an old fashioned.
It is.
Their new fashioned, it's not really.
It's not really as good as this one. We should tell them to mix it with apple cider.
What it is, it's like 2 ounces of this hot scotch with a splash of club soda.
They put club soda
and then they
in
put a dash of like old fashioned bitters. Like instead of Angus sour bitters or orange bitters or Peychaud's, they use like old fashioned bitters.
I wouldn't know the difference.
And then put in one like the really cheap maraschino cherry. So it's not the place for cocktails, but it's the place for really good, just like solid spirits on its own.
I like their Bloody Mary because this sounds gross by itself, but if you like Bloody Marys, you'll know where I'm going with this. They make a horseradish vodka, which by itself tastes like vodka with horseradish. Hey! Which doesn't taste good. But when you mix it with the Bloody Mary mix, it's so good. It's so good. But literally, I think that's its sole purpose. Like, it exists for Bloody Marys. I would never drink it. I couldn't even imagine another drink that I would want to drink with horseradish vodka. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe there's some kind of really good martini we could come up with. I mean, you drink pickle juice beer. So.
I didn't mean to drink pickle juice beer. It sounded nice. Cucumber. It's cucumber and light and refreshing. I was like, ooh, but then it's a sour beer. And I was like, this pickle juice. I'm drinking pickle juice. I don't need to be drinking alcoholic pickle juice. That's gross.
I really don't know if they're messing with us or they're being serious on this.
They're not talking to me. Surely.
Not at all.
Funny story. Ashley Pasternak. Do you remember her?
Yes, I do.
She actually went to finishing school. And it was evident and apparent that I didn't when we ate breakfast together at band camp. So
Wait, but she went to Chappelle though. So when did
she did? No, she did it like over the summer. Her mom made it. Yeah, she's a lady. This ain't a lady. Yeah, it's okay. I know "ain't's" not a word. I did that improperly on purpose.
Well, it probably is now. It's been in the lexicon long enough that it's probably in Merriam-Webster's dictionary. It's probably a real word now.
All these things that people are saying that are incorrect are becoming real words, like drive-through.
Or Google it.
No, drive-through.
You don't Google something. Like you perform a search using the search engine Google.
is probably listed as a legitimate word.
Or night, N-I-T-E, like Nick at Night used to be when we were kids.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, I had my principal at my old school would send emails to all the teachers, and she would spell website S-I-G-H-T. And I think it was one of those things where she thought it was like light, L-I-T-E, or night, light, N-I-T-E. And she was like, oh, it's not really spelled S-I-T. I'm like, no, it is like a site, like a site, like an area. Yeah. She spelled it wrong. It was awkward because no one's going to correct her.
No. So yeah, no, neither of us went to finishing school, though I did have 12 years of Catholic education.
No, and your father.
My dad.
Catholic education and his dad equal this.
Lots of
he never says anything wrong.
Nope.
But your dad grew up with an English mom. I'm sorry, English mom. No, she was an English teacher or an English professor. And so grammatically, he doesn't speak inappropriately. And he always pronounces the T's at the ends of words that other people don't.
Yeah, we don't drop our T's.
Right, you know? So he always corrected Robert growing up. Robert's just awesome.
There's a few interesting stories about me getting math help from my dad that I don't know. Maybe if I ever get him on the podcast one day, he can recount those stories.
Oh, man. Your dad is a funny guy. He's a funny guy. He's actually really funny. He and I kind of got along, even though you really wouldn't think it. Mostly because I just laugh at him and he's so serious. I'm like, you're funny.
Well, you like to poke the bear. Too.
I poke the bear. That's what I do. I poke his daddy bear. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. That's nice. If people think that I'm refined, I feel like it's it's nature and world smiling at me.
Clearly, you haven't been watching this long enough.
No, it's a good thing. So I used to dress terribly, and I don't know, for Christmas, like I got a bunch of clothes, and a new teacher was like, you are just the most stylish person. I was like, oh, I tricked her. She thinks I'm stylish. This is exciting.
Doug, what's going on, my man? How are you?
Hey.
Hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
Thanks for coming on a Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you guys for showing. We realized we are a day early because Sandy has an after-school meeting at school tomorrow. Obviously.
I have an after-school meeting tomorrow that are usually on Tuesdays. They switched it.
They flipped. So we pivoted. You know, we called an audible and we did it, and here we are. What's your basic chocolate or vanilla protein ice cream recipe?
Here you go, Shanetsky. You're on. First of all, I know what chocolate I would pick. I just interrupted you. I'm sorry.
There's that finishing school right there. Go ahead.
No, you go, and I'll tell you if that's what I was going to say.
Okay, so our basic chocolate protein that we use for this, it is going to be the Apollon Nutrition Dutch chocolate.
That's what I was going to say.
So good. It's a 50-50 mix of whey protein, isolate, and casein. It tastes super good and in a thick shape. You can also use another dark chocolate protein powder we like is the molten chocolate from Cellucor, which we've used that in there in the past. It's really good.
Does it matter if it's isolate or I thought you just said
you prefer it's
lysine? Like, what does it matter?
You don't want to use straight casein because casein is going to be too thick. And with the little packets of stuff we use to mix it, the mixer, which we're going to get to in a second, you don't want to use a pure casein with that.
Good to know.
So you want it's just going to gum it up and make it too thick. So you want it to be a whey forward blend, if you're anything, or at least only a whey protein powder. So we've used Cellucor's core whey molten chocolate before, and Apollon's Dutch chocolate. Both of them give really good results because both are dark chocolate flavors and we can hold up to it. So our basic recipe is, I think it's two heaping scoops of protein powder, a packet of stuff called Freezinda, which I reviewed that way back in the day, but that company is no longer in. And yeah, so go.
I'm gonna go grab it, and I can't believe that they're not in business anymore. Yeah, but it's because we can do it ourselves.
Yeah, they call it a frozen dessert treat or something like that. But basically, it's one pack of liquid glycerin, and then it's got another packet of erythritol and some other stabilizers, gums, things to make it freeze well and then hold up well in the freezer. So so this is it. We've only got a couple of packages left. So we make this, and Sandy and the halfling eat off of it for a couple of days and then go. So the basic recipe is this. It says call for water, but we use whole milk because milk makes everything taste better. So you take 3/4 of a cup of protein powder, which is about 50 grams of protein yield. So it'd be 2 scoops of 2 servings of a protein powder, 8 ounces of water. Then you put in the dry package and the wet package ingredients in here, dump that in, buzz it up in the blender, or I use an immersion blender, a stick blender if I've got like one of those tall cylinder kind of screw top plastic containers. You stick the immersion blender in that, buzz it up really, really good, stick it in the freezer overnight, and in the morning you have a delicious frozen dessert treat that's kind of ice cream.
And it's funny because Sophia's always like, can I have ice cream? We're like, yes. Can you have ice cream from another place? No. But you can have our ice cream. You can have our ice cream. You can have our popsicles made with BCAAs.
Yeah, we do actually make BCAA popsicles too. The next thing is going to be a BCAA gummy bears. But basically that is, you take our mold has 6 popsicles, and each mold holds 1.5 ounces of water. So I take about 3/4 of a serving of a scoop of BCAAs, mix 9 ounces of water to it, shake it up, and then divvy it up among the
one we use is, what is it?
It's Primeval Labs EAA Orange Sherbet.
So good.
And then once we finish off that tub, we'll probably do, that's a good segue because we'll probably start using one of these 2 new flavors too. So Apollo Nutrition just released their new version of Chainsaw. So Jimmy, going back to this, once we only have
didn't talk about vanilla.
Right, we only have 2 packages of this left. So after that, I'm going to need to come up with a new recipe. It's probably going to involve regular milk, a couple of frozen bananas, and a couple of scoops of protein. And
what about gel stuff?
No, we probably wouldn't need that with the frozen banana and stuff.
We're gonna try. We're gonna get back to you.
Yeah.
But for right now, we use this. But I don't think you can get it unless it's like.
No, I could probably reverse engineer the ingredients, because the basic ingredients is vegetable glycerin, which you can buy that in bulk off Amazon, like a giant tub of it, erythritol, sugar, baking powder, guar gum, and xanthan gum, which you can do that. So we could just probably, hack and come up with our own kind of homebrew.
You know what? We're going to make up our own for Xanthan. You're all going to buy it. It's going to be amazing.
It is. So speaking, since we're on the topic of BCAAs, Apollo Nutrition just released their updated version of Chainsaw, which is their BCAA hydration formula. This was the old version for this. And so the old version, we've tried this before, and I think we reviewed this later.
Silver A.
So, well, yeah,
red
it's updated kind of labeling on here. So the old formula
is it based on
had electrolytes, calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, 5 grams of glutamine, which Robbie and I have talked about this before. It's a garbage ingredient, and, it's filler. 2.5 grams of leucine, 1.25 grams of isoleucine, 1.25 grams of valine. So you get the 2:1 ratio of BCAAs here. So 5 grams of BCAAs, 5 grams of glutamine, and some electrolytes. That's the old formula. Updated formula has the same 5 grams of BCAAs, so 2.5 grams of leucine, 1.25 grams each of isoleucine and valine. Here, the differences are we've got 1 gram of taurine, which is going to be a conditionally essential amino acid that supports hydration in the body, so it's going to enhance muscle fullness, cellular swelling, going to enhance, kind of in the way that creatine and glycerol, those things that encourages your cells to soak up more water. So since this is a BCAA and hydration formula, makes sense to put hydrating ingredients like this that encourage cellular hydration. And a benefit of that will be improved fatigue resistance, less delayed onset of fatigue, all those kind of things.
Awesome.
So you get 500 milligrams of coconut water powder, which is going to have potassium and some other fun little electrolytes in there. 263 milligrams of calcium, which is going to be calcium and potassium. 90 milligrams of potassium phosphate, 79 milligrams of sodium phosphate, and 70 milligrams of dimagnesium malate. So you're getting calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. And you'll get a little bit of phosphorus in here from the potassium phosphate that's in here too. So there are 4 flavors that were released for the new version of Chainsaw. We've got 2 of them here. We have Raspberry Lemonade, which is Carolina's favorite flavor. She's the VP over at Apollon. And the flavor I'm most excited about is Pina Colada, because I'm a sucker for tropical flavors.
Favorite.
So we've got 2 of these here. They also have 2 other flavors, Coconut Lime and Blue Bomb. Actually, no, scratch that. It's Blue Bomb and Strawberry Margarita.
That sounds good.
So we had the old Blue Bomb here, so maybe we'll do a taste test of that.
Are they still selling the old Blue Bomb?
I believe so, until they clear out the stock.
I was going to say, then what's the point?
I don't know. So we're going to mix up a scoop of each of these in 10 ounces of water. It says 8 to 12 ounces. We are going to do 10 ounces.
That's called the middle, or the average. To find the middle or the average, you add the 2 numbers and divide by 2.
Or the median.
Or the median. There's so many ways to say it. Actually, that's not the median, it's the mean.
Mean, that's what I meant. Mean, median, mode, all that nonsense.
Right.
Okay. This will be the Pina Colada one.
Just want you to know you didn't actually answer his vanilla question. I don't know.
He said what was the protein powder recipe? Wait, we're doing a review right now, so don't interrupt back with the old questions. Right
okay. Sorry. All right, can I smell it?
Amen.
Is that the Pina Colada one?
That is.
It's very Pina Colada.
Okay, See if you can find the scooper in there and pour 1 scoop in, please.
All right, 1 scoop it is. Do we have to measure it?
No, we're not going to do it. We're just going to do a taste test.
I can't find the scooper. Sorry.
How long have you been doing these reviews?
It's not my fault that the scooper's not on top.
Robbie, where's the scooper?
The sand monster or whatever from wherever's going to eat me like in
The Sarlacc pit?
the Sarlacc pit. Boba Fett. It's going to take me. I try to stick my hand down there.
Okay.
Here, just use that same scoop. No? Okay. You're going to have to find the scooper on this one.
You
I'm
can shake.
apologizing.
Yeah, these scoopers.
See, it's not me.
We'll talk to Robbie. Robbie, you got to get the manufacturer to put these scoopers on top.
Yeah. To be fair, you feel like a moron trying to find a dang
All right,
scooper.
there we go.
I'm excited. Which one should we try first?
Let's do the raspberry lemonade first.
Okay. And you said that's whose favorite?
Carolina's.
That's a beautiful name. How does she spell it with a K?
Yep. Good old Russian girl.
Yeah. So it's like that Eastern European.
Yep. Okay. And here's your tasting glass.
Ooh, it's not a wine glass today, y'all.
Nope.
Like a little rocks glass. All right. Is that the one I have?
Go for it. Let's see if you can.
Ooh, dang. Dude, my cheeks are already tingy from smelling it. Am I the only one that has that
Oh, yeah.
reaction?
You can totally smell the tartness in it.
What? That's going to be tangy. Okay. Super pretty color. Looks like crystal light. You hear me?
And they use red beet powder for the coloring. There's no
Oh.
artificial colors in this.
It's not super tangy. It smells super tangy. It's really good. It's really sweet, really clean tasting. I was expecting it to be like,
Wow.
no, it's really clean.
It's really well balanced.
It tastes like a flavored water, but more.
Like a Crystal Light or less than that.
Less than that.
And this is 10 ounces. So maybe if we would have gone 8 ounces, it would be a little bit more pop to it.
No, I like it. You know, flavored waters have like a barely. So make it
Wow.
bigger than that. This would be really good bubbly.
That'd be really
right?
good mixed with lemon vodka.
It'd be really good. And that would, I got some.
We'll do that next. All right, go grab the bottle of lemon vodka out
I
of the
will.
freezer. It's on the
Should I get
bottom
another
shelf.
cup for this one?
Yeah, sure. All right, so that was the raspberry lemonade, which was a very delicious. If any of y'all have tried the chainsaw BCAAs, the other versions of it, they are a little bit more potent on the flavoring. I don't think they're as light and refreshing as this. They're more aggressive. They have a bigger sweet note to it.
I'm pretty
Okay.
excited.
Here's the pina colada
All right.
and beta carotene for color, and there's no artificial colors on this one either.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. That tastes just like a pina colada snowball.
I'm so happy.
Oh my gosh. That's exactly what it tastes like, doesn't it? Or like one of the pina colada dum-dums, but better.
Yes.
No, this tastes like a snowball. It's refreshing.
It's so good.
They're refreshing.
God damn, Robbie. This
What?
is really all right. I'm a little biased because
No, these
help,
are refreshing.
I help Robbie with some formula stuff on the side
they're
and everything.
clean.
But damn,
It
I
tastes
wasn't
really good
involved with any of the
aftertaste.
flavoring on this at all, and so shit, that's really good.
This
That's
is good. Well,
really
no,
good.
and it's the aftertaste is good. Like the aftertaste, I'm still like,
Yeah.
And it's like you're sucking on it, and it has this wonderful aftertaste, like a sucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like a piece of
it's
candy.
really, really
But it's
good.
not super sweet like candy. So I don't want to mislead you to where you're like, this is something you could sip on easily.
Yeah.
It's not like you'd sip on it and be like, God, that's sweet. I need some water. No, this is good.
All right, here we go. We got a dash.
We're gonna put some. We like to support our local Austin Deep Eddies. Deep Eddies lemon is the best, by the way. If you're gonna get any of the Deep Eddies,
So
get the
there's
lemon.
the dash of that. Okay, there you go.
Did you go a little heavy on that?
Usually,
We
yeah.
don't know all you, buddy. All right, here we go. Oh, it smells good. Yeah, that's tart. You put a lot of in there. In the ratio. It's good.
It's good. I did go heavy on the lemon vodka.
You went heavy
But
on
that's
put,
really
put
good.
some more of the BCAAs in it. That's really good. Okay, the pina colada one's really nice. Like really nice for sipping.
There you go. Yeah, so that's good to use. I mean,
Yeah.
this is something we go through with
I'd go with
BCAA
3 to 1.
products all the
I'd
time.
go 3 to 1. That's so good.
Is that BCAA products No, they're not going to give you any substantial, huge muscle building benefit or anything like that. If you're not consuming enough protein during the day or enough essential amino acids, say you're doing like a plant-based diet or like a heavy vegan, vegetarian diet where you might not be getting enough leucine in your diet, adding a Bcaa supplement could have utility. Outside of that, it's just good to help you get your fluids in if you're not drinking enough water throughout the day. It tastes good. It tastes good, so it might get people to drink their water more during the day if they're sipping on something that's low in calories and tastes good. So yeah.
Those are yummy.
Those are delicious.
Those are going to make good popsicles. Wait, which one will we do for a popsicle?
Raspberry lemonade.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know actually, because the orange one we have right now is so good, and Sophia loves it because it just tastes like that orange is so good.
Yeah.
So this one's really good. That'll be interesting.
Coconut flavoring is a home run or trash mix. Yeah, this coconut one was.
It tastes exactly like a pina colada.
Balanced.
I don't know if you know what a snowball is. I probably should explain. Well, if you're in New Orleans, y'all call them snow cones, but New Orleans.
No, we call them snowballs. New Orleans.
Talking into the rest of the world who is not from New Orleans. If you are not from New Orleans, you call it a snow cone. But y'all's are kind of hard and thicker ice. At New Orleans, it's like snow. Because we don't have real snow, so we gotta get it somewhere, right? So we call them snowballs, and they're served in styrofoam cups with a spoon and a straw instead of in a whatever paper cup thing. The stove, and there. Oh my God, I'm drooling right now thinking about the pina colada one. The pina colada one tastes just like a snowball from New Orleans. So if you're gonna go to New Orleans, among the many things like the beignets and whatnot, go ahead and get you a snowball. Where do you guys go? Trippies and what's it called?
No, we should go to Casey's.
Casey's.
That was the best. That was one I really
So you go to Casey's and you get a pina colada snowball.
This was the old school coconut lime one, which this was a good coconut lime and it was tropical. This was TJ's over at Fitness Deal News. That was his favorite flavor of the stuff.
Okay, well, I think these are yummy. I actually like the pina colada better than the raspberry lemonade.
Devin, if you would have been here on time, you would have been aware of why we were.
Sorry, I have a meeting tomorrow.
She's got a meeting tomorrow.
Did you send a notification change of schedule?
I did. I said that we were up today at 2.
That's not saying change of schedule.
I said we were on today. Of course, Robert's all like, nope, I don't. Unless it's bitter or bourbon.
This is true. I have really good sense of flavor. In fact, might I say that today we got snacks provided to us from parents, and they gave us this drink, and it's so good. Hold on.
Oh no, where is she going? She's all over the place today. I apologize.
This is really good too. Okay, so I've never had it because I don't buy fancy waters. Obviously, there's no reason I can flavor water with all of these ingredients. But I got this for free, and I was like, oh, cool. And it says 0 calories, 0 sugars, 0 sweeteners. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's like they're lying because it tastes so good. I'm convinced they lied, and there's sugar in here. You know that Seinfeld episode with the fat-free yogurt, and everyone's eating it, and they're like, it's fat-free, it's so good. And then they're like, no, it's actually got fat in it. They're like, this is so good that I'm convinced there's actually sugar in
it. Okay.
It's so good. So good.
Snowballs are a Hostess stack?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I think so.
Wait, those are like those puffy, nasty.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever eaten one of those.
Okay, that's not what New Orleans people mean when they say snowballs. So don't get that confused.
Yes, blue drink.
It was Baton Rouge, to be exact. And it was hilarious. Poor Robert. He has not drank Hawaiian Punch since. That was
and I don't drink vodka all that often either.
That was so many years ago. You don't really drink gin. There's so many things.
Yeah, gin, that was your work party, your first year teaching. All right, next flavor review we have. All right, so told y'all I'm helping Apollon design a joint formula, and we just got samples from the manufacturer today for the flavoring. Now,
it looks so sketchy.
It does, but it's so good.
He'll go to an airport, and instead of bringing tubs of stuff, he'll bring little clear baggies of stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? And
so we were kind of preempted saying that, hey, this stuff is probably going to taste horrible because there's a bunch of ingredients in here that don't really taste good and they don't play well with powdered flavorings, which is why you see most joint products in capsule form.
I'm so excited.
And this is one of the ingredients, which is paractin. So I'm going to do a little taste test to see what in the world this tastes like so I can kind of prepare myself. But I won't say, yeah.
I don't like it running forever. Like, this is going to taste disgusting.
Yeah, if you've ever tried raw Bcaa Monieri powder, it's pretty bad.
When I tried raw Bcaa powder, what's it called?
Bcaa Monieri. You've tried it before, I think I've given you some. Ooh, that leaves a little.
I'm not trying that.
Okay. All right. So here is our. We're gonna either try pomegranate lemonade or OMG, orange mango grapefruit.
OMG, OMG,
All right,
OMG.
So it says 16 ounces of water.
Wait, we don't know where this is from?
I mean, I know who the manufacturer is, but we're not divulging that. You sign NDAs.
But okay, OMG sounds familiar.
Well, no, I'm. That's because it's Innova Farm does that with their recover EAs.
Yeah.
And I like that flavor so much. I wanted to see if we can do it in a joint formula.
Oh, okay. Good.
So
I was like, no offense, but I feel like I've tried an OMG flavor before from a company.
It smells good.
It does smell good. Oh, got it on my nose. Whoa, that travels.
All right, and it says 7 grams in.
That's powder, y'all.
16 ounces of water. So we're going to do that, and we're going to see what happens. I've got my microdosing
7
scale.
grams in 16 ounces of water? That seems highly disparate.
Yep, I'm not going to argue, though. That's
a lot of water for a little bit of grams.
Maybe there's a lot of flavoring.
You use like 12 grams of water for protein, and protein is like 33 grams of protein powder. So it's crazy.
All right, 7 grams. Okay. All right. Okay, 7 grams. Mix that in there with that.
He has a microgram.
Microdosing scale.
He has a microdosing scale, which is the only scale you should use. If somebody says you need a serving size of 7.9 grams, I hate that. That's annoying. Just saying. That's a pet peeve.
Let's see what this gives us. Dissolve into 16 ounces of water. Okay.
So tell me about the joint. What does it help me with?
Your joints. Inflammation, collagen resynthesis, improving joint mobility, getting rid of the joints, aches and pains, and all that kind of stuff. So.
Okay. From working out or from old age? What if I'm an old person? Should all old people have these?
I mean, if you've beaten the shit out of your joints, yeah.
I mean, I feel like old people complain about their joints.
It's clear there's no colors added to it, it seems.
Did I need to rinse it out with water to make sure that there's
fine.
no whatever? Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, my God. What is that?
It is very astringent tasting. Wow.
I'm rinsing it out with alcohol. I'm rinsing it out.
Wow, that is.
What was that? It was like, It's like I swallowed something like an atomic bomb and it exploded in my, it just went, boom. Oh.
All right, and
I don't even
I've
know
had
how to
other
explain
flavorings
that.
from this manufacturer, so I know it's not the manufacturer, it's the flavoring is the issue. These ingredients are a bitch to flavor because
it's still
we just
there.
reviewed an pollen supplement, and obviously, you know,
Where's the Bcaa? Where's our Bcaa?
Oh, wow!
That is not good. I feel like I should have another taste because I didn't tell you why it's not good.
Here,
but I'm happy. But I'm okay. I don't know if I really want to.
All right,
I feel like I need a joint supplement because I just got whiplash from my joints for like.
All right, go for it.
It does. Okay,
wow.
It's like
that's.
It's
okay.
like it. It's like it just goes everywhere.
Right,
it's like it just goes everywhere in your mouth.
Damn.
I'm gonna try it again so I can do a better job of telling you why it's not good.
Okay, we have to try this other flavor now.
Vomit. I don't even know where to go with it. It's not
the
vomit.
astringency of it.
Yes,
It's just
yes, stringent. Like I'm drinking nail polish remover.
I mean, to be fair, the manufacturer told us this is going to be a very difficult flavor to formula. I mean, difficult formula to flavor. And they weren't lying.
I'm scared. Okay.
It really is bad. It's not their fault. This flavor, this powder is god awful.
No, it's medicine. It's like you break open and you rub on your tongue like a nasty medicine that's supposed to be in a capsule that was never not supposed to be in a capsule.
Right, do me a favor and go dump that out in the sink. We're gonna try the other one.
Oh my god, it's still in there.
Woo! All right, that was a challenge. All right, so the other flavor we have is pomegranate lemonade.
That lingers. It lingers.
Yeah. All right. The other flavor we got is pomegranate lemonade, Sandy.
Do I need the shaker?
Yes, we do.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'm afraid it's going to taste the shaker.
No, it's not going to taste the shaker.
This one.
All right.
The brand new one.
Okay.
Just use a different one.
All right.
I can't, y'all. It's still in my mouth.
Careful. Pomegranate lemonade flavor. Let's try this out and see what happens.
I don't know. Okay. I'm getting almost.
If the flavoring is this challenging, we might be switching to capsules. I really wanted to do a powder, but we'll see. Or we just go back to the drawing board and maybe switch out some ingredients. But paractin was one of the ingredients that's in here, and that makes it.
It's so pungent. It's just
it's
there,
rough.
and it just lingers. Like it's still there, but it's dull. So it's kind of like having a migraine, and then it's toned down. And so I'm kind of handling it
Can
right
we just
now.
drink this so we can have a glass to drink out of?
That's the raspberry lemonade.
I know.
Let's do it.
Here, I'll swirl this out. Okay, there you go. Go ahead and take a sip.
That's worse. That's worse. That's worse. Oh God.
Holy shit. God. All right. Doug, it's the paractin, man, that made it. Plus, once this product's released, you'll see all the ingredients that are in it. If it makes it to its final form, and if not, I'll just send you the formula that we're working with.
Oh God.
Oh.
Give us your address. We're gonna send this to you.
God damn. All right, the blue pomegranate is worse.
It was worse.
Or pomegranate lemonade.
It was rancid. It was like rancid medicine. It was rancid medicine.
All right, yeah. Here's.
We're not trying anything else.
No, I'm gonna let you try the paractin by itself, so you know how bad this is. Oh, God, it's lingering.
Yeah, I just did a couple shots of alcohol to get that thing. I got burns.
All right,
The
there you
taste
go.
buds.
All right, do a line of that.
Okay.
All right. And this is what the paractin looks like. It's.
You know what? Paractin's not nearly as bad as the powder, actually.
I know it's.
It's actually okay. No, wait, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh! It's when it's dissolved.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's really bad. Yeah. We're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on ingredients or try different flavors. Maybe go to like instead of a like super acidic flavor, try and go sweeter or something like creamy. Yow. Yeah, joints are old man, old woman supplements, or if you're a power lifter that's beating the shit out of your joints over the years. A taste test was infamous, hence your shirt.
Right now. Thank you, BCAs.
Here's the raspberry. Oh. Yeah. That was probably, I mean, I started using pre-workouts 2013, 2014, and the very first one I ever really tried was White Flood V2 by Controlled Labs.
I'm just trying to soak it on my tongue right now. I'm just
which is really good. I had their electric lemonade flavor. I mean, it's probably not as good as some of the stuff today, but it was good enough back then. Man, that's yeah. All right, the manufacturer wasn't lying. Ooh,
I'm trying to just coat my mouth
what is this?
in anything.
Oh, that's still I'm getting that out of here.
Here, have a sip, Shanetsky.
No, I hope they didn't kill my taste buds for my old fashioned. Holy shit!
It's and the thing is, it lingers. It doesn't go away.
No,
it just
bad.
Stays.
That's really bad.
It's like bad deodorant or something. Like I can't even explain it.
It's so gross.
I don't even know.
It's so gross.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Or
let's move on to a good subject. What is the infamous shirt that you're wearing?
Infamous.
Were you
Another
convicted?
local. No, wait. Can they see the back? Can they see the back?
You can. Infamous local brewing company.
Well, it's a beer.
Yes, they make a variety of beers. They do a bunch of dark beers like stouts, porters, and do we still have a bottle of it?
It was hiding.
Their favorite beer, which I like, it's a peanut butter stout. And for all of you Karate Kid fans and love 80s movies, it's called Sweet the Leg.
Sweet the Leg.
Fine, if you can go to your local beer garden, beer superstore, go find Sweet the Leg by Infamous Brewing Company.
Isn't it?
It's a peanut butter stout.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is really good. I really like, I think they have a sour that I like. They also have like this red wine beer. I don't really know what it is.
Asian or red wine.
It's so cool though. It's a really cool, and it's so funny because it's super little. It's like when you go there, it's literally in a warehouse district. Like there's warehouses and then there's this place. And you're like,
yeah, there's a bunch of like little silos.
And I'm not gonna lie, almost everyone there has like a motorcycle. So you're kind of like, am I in the right place? We brought our daughter there one time. We're like,
When she was like 1.5 or
Are
something.
we back here with a child? So it is, I mean, it's cool. It's a cool place. Got that classic rock feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've got good drinks. I'm
Really
sorry.
good.
It's still there.
Man, that.
Oh God. I'm in pain.
Ugh.
I'm in pain.
Please post up some questions so we can get these.
I'm trying to distract myself, but it is not good. I think it needs to be a pill. One that's never meant to be open on the tongue.
The problem is some of the doses are like 2 to 3 grams of certain things. So I'm gonna talk to Robbie. Robbie, I think, was probably getting these today or tomorrow. I'm gonna send him our reaction to this, and then let's see. Wow. Okay, that was rough.
I'm sorry. I'm still. Oh wow, read that one.
That's what we were talking about. Yeah.
God, it's so bad.
Okay. That's talking about like early 2000s.
Did you guys really? You would drink this?
I mean, they put some taste like battery acid. Yeah, you would hear. Because the whole thing was like the worse it tasted, the more hardcore it probably was.
Yeah, okay.
So,
like healthy food has to taste bad, so if it tastes bad. Okay.
And whey proteins tasted bad back in the day. The first time I ever tried a protein shake was like it was Body Fortress's cookies and cream or something, which was not good.
It's just still there.
It lingers.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to talk about it.
It lingers. It's not good. Here, you want some pina colada to wash?
I want any. I'm trying. I'm like scraping my tongue right now. Like I'm trying to.
How much would I have to pay you to finish the?
No.
That was it's rough. Micro encapsulate. Yeah, that we could do that, and that's kind of a riff. Caged Muscle was a brand that released a game-changing pre-workout that was really like a half-dosed version of its flagship pre-workout, which was it's antiquated. Its formula.
Say the right words, baby. Anyone will sell.
Well, yeah, you get a big name bodybuilder behind it, and you put enough marketing dollars behind it, you might can't believe anybody think it's worth it.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
So yeah, that was we're gonna have some.
Shetsky, this was a bad idea.
No, it wasn't. This is what we're giving people the truth of what goes into the actual product development.
It's still there. Like I can't get rid of it. I have tried everything. I've tried like some milk. I don't know what to do. It's fine though. It's just every now and then, like a fresh spot will be like uncovered. It's like,
BCAAs cause, that was there's a I think it's like a 3,500 word article on Tiger Fitness I wrote debunking this moron's claims that was saying BCAAs were essentially cancer.
Explain it. Explain the study. Explain everything.
Well, it wasn't a study.
Okay,
it was
whatever.
This yutz who
it wasn't a study. So someone can just say a random thing.
What they took an entire study or a body of literature out of context. So they were looking at people that had cancer and had diabetes, and what they noticed is that they had elevated markers in their blood of BCAAs.
If you had cancer and diabetes. Type 2?
If you had type 2 diabetes or cancer, you had elevated levels of branched chain amino acids in your body. And so they were saying, well, your body starts breaking down muscle tissue because cancer cells are hungry, and if you starve them with glucose, what they're going to start doing is start breaking down muscle tissue in order to get those amino acids that can be converted into glucose. Like glutamine is a glucogenic amino acid.
So it's a result of.
Correct. And so if you actually dig into the literature and you just don't go for clickbait bullshit like this moron who I'm not going to give credit to, would say the studies are showing that it's not the BCAAs that are causing cancer or causing type 2 diabetes. When you have these conditions, there is dysmetabolism in the body. There is dysregulation of the metabolic processes that facilitate the breakdown, the absorption, the uptake of all these amino acids. So instead of them getting oxidized in muscle tissue as BCAAs can be, they're floating around the bloodstream because they can't enter into the muscle tissue, or the muscle tissue is getting broken down as a result of the cancer, and it's full of those amino acids are going into the bloodstream, and the cancer cells are converting those into a usable form of sugar to be able to keep themselves powering. So this moron, and at the same time, he also released an essential amino acid formula. And so he's bashing BCAA supplements, saying this is giving you cancer, but releases an essential amino acid supplement. But here's the kicker. BCAAs make up like 80% of the EAA formulas because BCAAs are part of the EAA family. So this guy is just,
he's full of poop. He's full of poop.
Which I don't even know if his shitty little supplement line is still in the works or not, but he used to be an athlete.
We should spike it with this stuff.
He probably wouldn't even know how to spell some of these words. Oh, so yeah, that's the fun story about that. But that's an article I probably wrote 3 years ago now, 2.5 years ago.
Okay, wait, I have a question. I was thinking about something.
Yeah.
If I need, Sorry, I think I'm starting to get like tipsy off of them. If I take nootropics every day, is that a bad thing?
Depends on which ones. It's case dependent.
Okay, so
Certain
now
things I wouldn't recommend, like huperzine. I wouldn't recommend taking.
Is that what I took today?
Which one did you? Oh,
I don't know.
Here we go. You took this Chaos and Pain Cannibal Genius.
They've got good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. When they sent us a box of stuff and they were called Chaos on Pain, I thought, okay.
Yeah.
I have loved everything they've given us. By the way, I love Chaos and Pain.
Yeah, you've liked their aggro.
I love aggro.
Gaming productivity supplement. This is their capsule-based nootropic, which has got 2 grams of L-tyrosine, 600 milligrams of alpha GPC, 50%. So you're getting 300 milligrams of actual alpha GPC. 500 milligrams of beta phenethylamine. Beta PEA is going to be like it's going to induce euphoria. The only limitation with beta PEA is that its effects are really only like they only last for about 15 minutes in the body, but it's enough to kind of get you into that productivity and like get your shit together.
Feeling good.
Kind of mode. 450 milligrams of rhodiola rosea. Now here's the difference. Most rhodiola rosea extracts are standardized to 3% rosamins, 1% salidroside.
Okay.
This is standardized to a minimum of 3% salidrosides, and salidrosides are kind of like the energy boosting, ass kicking alkaloids that are in rhodiola. So it gives you more punch, more energy with it.
Yeah.
It's also got 300 milligrams of Bcaa monieri, standardized to a minimum of 20% bacasides. Most of the research shows 300 milligrams, but using a 45 to 55% bacaside content. So you're getting some benefit here from Bcaa monieri, and it's an ingredient that doesn't offer much acute benefits. It's more something that you need to take every day, and then it improves cognition, memory, recall, those kind of things. A good dose, but I would like to see a little bit higher standardization possibly. But obviously, there's costs and things that you got to work into with all that. Last 2 ingredients: 300 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous and 200 milligrams of L-theanine. So overall, really, really well quality dose formula. 8 capsules per serving.
But I only took 4.
Yes, I only gave you 4 for a reason, because you don't really have much experience with beta PEA a lot, and so I'm not sure how you're going to react.
I don't know either.
We've given you pre-workouts that have a reagerensis in it, which has kind of got other PEA-like alkaloids in it, and you don't really respond as well to those. I don't respond as well to those. This also has 600
They made me angry.
This also has 600 milligrams of lion's mane as well. That's why I should mention that. So.
Okay. So
yeah, you did 1 serving of this today. You didn't know what was in it. I just gave you half a serving. I said, here, take this. So how was it working?
It was good. I was in a good mood. I was in a really good mood, even though some stuff went down. Well, no, it's not my fault. When a student doesn't know what they're supposed to do, I look at him with serious face and I say, stop, sit down, act appropriately. And then the other people are like, are you in a bad mood? I'm like, he was acting inappropriately and I told him to stop. How does that make me in a bad mood? I'm in a good mood. What? I can't correct somebody's bad behavior? So anyways, I was in a good mood today because I was able to joke around with people after they misbehaved and made bad choices.
There you go.
I had to write an angry parent email, and then to make myself feel better, I wrote some good ones.
The only way to make this joint is to mix it with almond butter. Yes.
And coconut flour.
Yes, almond butter and coconut
flour. Throw some coconut flour in there. Just suck all the, maybe coconut flour would be better because it would suck all the moisture out of my mouth and stick to the nasty.
Yeah. Let's go back to this. She had some questions about nootropics. So what were you going to ask me about?
My question was, can I take it every day? And then if not, what could I take every day that might be like, why isn't it like a vitamin? You can take vitamins every day.
Well, there's certain nootropics you could, but certain ones you don't want to take every day. Like something like huperzine has that really long half-life. So 16 to 20 hours. You start taking that enough and it's going to accumulate in your system.
Could I take this every day?
I wouldn't take beta PEA every day. I would cycle off that because when you're using that more than a couple of times a week, you're going to lose that kind of euphoric punch that it gives.
You're going to get used to it?
Yeah.
What about aggro? I like aggro.
That has caffeine, N-acetyltyrosine, with lion's mane and KSM-66.
I would like to know which ones could be daily and which ones should be like you ever had those nasal sprays that help with decongestant? And they say, do not use more than 3 days. And he says, well, you can use it in the morning and the night and the morning and the night and the morning and the night. That's really like 6 servings. So could you do 6 days, 1 time a day? I'm like, I'm not playing that game. Because if you've ever used that nasal spray more than 3 days, because you didn't read the fine print, your nose gets so stopped up that you can't breathe at all. Like
it's called rebound congestion.
It's called rebound congestion, and it freaking stinks. Or doesn't stink because I can't smell because I can't breathe.
There is one study that I found that shows that if you take another kind of nasal spray, like an allergy thing, like a fluticasone, so the Nasacort or one of those variants.
Fluticasone propionate.
You take one of those, and it actually prevents rebound congestion when you take those like Afrin or those
you
kind of other
things. You can say it all you want. I'm not tested those waters. If you've ever had it happen to you, it's petrifying.
We never use those.
How am I going to breathe? Like when you go to bed, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I can't breathe. How do you sleep? What do you do?
No, we always used
Freaks me out.
what's it called?
Freaks me out.
Cetrazine hydrochloride with Sudafed. So the Zyrtec D is what we always used, or Claritin D. Those are the two that we always use.
Well, when you live in Austin, Texas, there's some serious allergies, and I got to be spraying and spraying and popping and popping.
Yeah. As far as nootropics you can do every day, I mean, caffeine and theanine, those are fine if you're somebody that consumes caffeine every day in the form of coffee or pre-workout. As long as you're keeping your caffeine intake within a reasonable amount, you know, I don't have any issue with taking caffeine every day. I've cycled off caffeine. I take days without using it, and I have no issue. Like, I don't get headaches or lethargy or like getting grumpy and all those kind of things.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, some people metabolize caffeine really well, others don't. Some people have withdrawal from it, some don't. It all depends. So yeah, lion's mane, caffeine. I'd say theanine if you're into theanine and your caffeine gives you the jitters. What else? Bacopa monnieri, I would take that every day because you need to take that from between 4 to 8 weeks to really get its benefits.
Right, that's what you should.
Modafinil, I wouldn't take every day. That's a wakefulness promoting drug. I would not do that. Rhodiola, you probably could. Acetyl L-carnitine, yeah, I don't have any issues with taking that every day since it's got a bunch of antioxidant benefits. It also helps with brain metabolism and clearing out some of the beta amyloid plaques that can develop overnight.
Okay, wait, here's my other question. And this is
CDP choline, because most people don't also consume enough choline in their diet.
See, okay, so I think you should make a daily thing.
A daily
like a vitamin.
A vitamin for your brain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I mean, most of the stuff.
Because it's confusing. You don't know which one you're allowed to take more than one day.
Yeah, I mean, most nootropics, I would say, use like a 5 on, 2 off, or
so when you're
4
working,
on, 3 off. Yeah.
But sometimes I need it on the weekend.
Yeah, but if you're not working on the weekends, don't use it.
Being with your 3-year-old is working on the weekends.
Well, yeah, but in that instance, just use coffee or an energy drink or something. I wouldn't use a nootropic for that.
Okay.
Something like Huperzine, you're not going to need that to go play hopscotch with a 3-year-old.
It depends on what kind of hopscotch you be playing.
Or a Noopept or any of those things like that. I don't think you need those kind of ingredients for it. So.
I feel like I need my brain. Okay, here's the other thing that bothers me, is that before you started giving me random pills and powders, I was just me. And I never drank coffee in the morning. And I was really happy. And I think it's my vanity. People would be like, wow, you must drink so much coffee. I was like, oh, I don't drink coffee. I'm just naturally this way. And I used to like saying things like, I'm just naturally high on life. Like one of those people. I loved that, right? And now I take nootropics every day, which do have caffeine. And they do have happy things in them. And it makes me sad because someone's like, oh, that's why you're this way. I was like, no, that's not why I'm this way. I'm naturally this way. And then I have caffeine and so am I still me? Like, I don't know.
I don't give you nootropics every day because some days you'll say, no, I'm fine with just maybe taking coffee.
If I teach the first thing in the morning, I don't need a nootropic. It's when I'm planning I need it.
Yeah, and that's fine.
I don't want to lose me.
Did we buy anything exciting on Black? No, we actually didn't. I wasn't tuned into any real Black Friday or Cyber Monday sales. I bought some like necessity stuff. Like I needed new tennis shoes, so I bought some of those and some wind pants or like a.
Oh yeah, he did.
Jogging pants.
We're needs, not want people. But I made him buy me something fun. Remember? And he was very confused because he didn't know what was going on. So my homeroom had to meet with the guy homeroom, and we have to decorate a tree and then donate it somewhere, like to a hospital or whatever, and like decorate the tree and give it to them as like goodwill toward you. Hello. And so we're like, okay, we're going to decorate this tree. And my girls are all thinking about how we're going to decorate this tree and how we're going to buy stuff for it. And then they bring in the tree. And we were thinking it was going to be like a 6-foot fresh tree. We're like, okay, we're going to have to get a truck so that we can transport it after we decorate it, right? Because we don't want anything to break. And they come in with a box, and it's one of those like 2-foot like boxes where like fake ones where you got to like fluff the fake branches. I was like, oh, this ain't gonna bring nobody cheer. So anyways, then we started thinking, okay, well, how are we gonna bring cheer to people? Who are we gonna give it to? And then it was my idea, and I'm so excited about it. And it sounds terrible, but it's a great idea. I said, what if we got fortune cookies? And like, because then the fortune is the like, okay, so it's the ornament, but then they can pick it off, and then there's like goodwill. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, right?
Yeah.
So then if you go online, there's actually, you can like buy red and green fortune. So I emailed him, I was like, hey, buy these. And it was on Monday that like I'm doing this. So I'm with my homeroom and I'm with the guy homeroom. And we're like, let's buy the fortune cookies. It's gonna be great. And then we're gonna donate it to our cafeteria staff because we feel like everyone else is going to go to the hospitals and the homeless shelters and everything, but nobody shows the love and appreciation to the people that serve us food. So we're going to give it to them. And because it's fortune cookies, we got the food theme. So then he emailed me back. I was like, and you need to buy these. And he's like, you want pizza lights? I was like, I want pizza lights. I want pizza Christmas lights to put on this tree to go with the food theme. So that's what we bought on Cyber Monday is fortune cookies and pizza lights. And yes, they make battery-powered pizza lights for a Christmas tree.
Yeah, we're not, I've never really been big into Black Friday. My mom and sister used to actually go to the stores
They
when
used to
people went to
go.
go shopping at stores.
Would they go on Friday or would they go on Thursday night? No, they go on Friday.
I think they would get ready for midnight because they would go from like midnight to 4 a.m., then come home and sleep for a little bit, and then go back out at.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how they did it. But they wouldn't go to Walmart, right? But they would go to like Nordstrom's. They go to like the fancy places.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's any better, man. I don't want to do it.
I do remember that my
Scary.
dad told me that they waited in line some absurdly long time when Power Rangers first came out, and they could have like the Megazords, and parents would actually wait in line at Toys R Us like around the block. And so him and I think it was Tim and Jill. Tim
They
would
don't
go
know.
there, and well, I was telling you.
Do
And they stayed out there for something like 2 hours or so. I don't know how long they stood in line.
you
to go
remember
get
the
that.
toy and were you grateful?
Of course, it was the Megazord from Power Rangers.
Then the
I
next
love that.
question, did Santa give you this or did your mom and dad?
I don't remember that.
It better have been your mom and dad so that you can actually give credit to where credit's due, and not some fictional character. Everyone's like, oh my God, you don't let your daughter believe in Santa? I was like, it's a fairy tale. Does my daughter believe in Cinderella or believe in Sleeping Beauty? And you can hate me all you want to, but it doesn't make any sense to make the child believe in something that you know is wrong. And then 2 years later, be like, dude, you're a douche if you believe in Santa. You better grow up, kid. Like, you can't go from being imaginative and wonder. And it's like, okay, if it's so wonderful, do you want your 16-year-old believing in Santa? No, that's weird. Then how is it any weirder? Like, it's weird no matter what age you are. That's wrong to just lie to your kids. Yeah, there's a Santa. Oh yeah, he's watching you. It's not. If you want to play that game, go with God is watching you. Don't be like, Santa's watching you. It's like, there's no such thing as Santa. And then they're going to be like, you lied to me all those years.
Yeah, we have a weird book that I think it was your mom that gave it to us. It's like
Who knows?
the letter of Santa's beard, and it says Santa's watching you. His beard grows when you're happy, and it shrinks when you're bad, or something like that.
We don't read that book.
This
We're like,
is dumb.
this is a weird book.
Anyway,
I don't even know what that means.
try the joint formula while holding your nose. All right,
Go ahead,
here we
Shanetsky, because that ain't happened on me. You know, I just got the flavor out. It took so long. It's because it lingers, Devin. It lingers.
I tried to not let it touch the top of my tongue. I tried to like go underneath it on the side.
You tried to like
No,
throat it.
still-
it's
ugh.
it's
I'm gonna have an extra old fashioned. That's why the taste.
no
out of my mouth.
bueno.
Ugh.
Okay, no bueno.
Gross. All right, guys, we'll be on for a few more minutes. Get any questions? Last call for questions. If not, you're gonna go pick up the halfling. And we'll get back to our night, and I'll go get back to work with everything else that we got going on.
Everybody at school's talking about eating leftovers. Like, I have to eat leftovers. I have to eat leftovers. I was like, we didn't really have that much because we just made enough for us.
Well, yeah. So we cooked 2 Cornish game hens. We did.
Wait, tell him it was fun. Because then I got to eat all the dark meat, and he ate all my light meat.
Yeah. Explain our things.
Because I like dark meat. Oh, he made 2 Cornish hens that were really good. You baked them in the oven?
Did them in the air fryer for
Air fryer.
400 degrees for 40 minutes. I probably could have reduced the time by about 5 minutes.
It was really good.
The breast was a little dry on mine.
And I eat dark meat, so it was perfect. And then he made me stuffing because I love stuffing because it's my favorite, and he made it for me. And then he made cranberry sauce, which was very good. And then broiled asparagus and a pumpkin pie.
Protein pumpkin pie.
But it was protein.
Awesome. Super
So-
easy to make.
It tastes just like pumpkin pie, but it's good for you.
Yeah, it was an oat and walnut crust. The main filling was 2 scoops of protein powder, 2 eggs, 1 can of fat-free evaporated milk, 1/4 of a cup of sweetener. I used erythritol.
It was really good.
And 1.5 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, a
That
dash
pumpkin
of
pie
salt,
spice is so
and maybe a little bit of vanilla extract.
It's in my drink, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you bake it.
Yes.
There's
Dude,
cheesecake thing.
in this house, there is no box.
It's not gonna do
Any food on the planet, there is no box.
There's
I
like
love
macaroni
cooking.
and cheese, we make it ourselves.
I love cooking way too much to use a box for most things.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was even making my own flour and corn tortillas.
Yes.
When we would be entertaining for like a football game or a party at our house on the weekends, I would be making like 20 or 40 corn tortillas by hand and then doing like street style tacos.
And he'd make his own aioli, like instead of mayonnaise, he'd just make his own oil and stuff. He makes his own Caesar dressing. It's so good. Yeah. But no, the stuffing, definitely not from a box.
Yeah. That's what I've always wondered too. I think it's part of the canning process. So if they do that, I think it's to remove
water, just excess water, right?
Yeah, they just remove excess water from it. And so it's, I guess, like more concentration of sugars and protein in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I've never even thought. I need to look at how they make evaporated milk. I guess they just heat it to a certain temperature and then do that.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, we could probably get by with just using regular milk. If I would really think.
What do we use for the macaroni and cheese?
6 ounces.
When we make our macaroni and cheese, it's a one pot thing, and he just makes the pasta and grates the cheese, and he uses evaporated milk, and that's it. Yeah. I don't even think he does butter in it or anything.
No, it's the 666 recipe.
It's so good and so easy, and it's one pot.
Yeah,
so worth
6 ounces of what is that? 6 ounces of elbow macaroni, 6 ounces of evaporated milk, and 6 ounces of cheddar cheese or any other cheese of your preference. Take a little medium saucepan. Throw the macaroni in there, cover it to the top with water, set it over the fire on high to boil, let all the water evaporate, pour in the evaporated milk, stir it around, let it bring it to a boil, let it start to simmer, then throw in the cheese, mix it all around, add some salt, pepper, and you're done. Delicious.
What's that? What's that say?
Stuffing using boudins.
I love boudins. I love boudin, and he doesn't.
No, he's talking about that's their French bread. It's a restaurant. It's not boudin like you're thinking from Louisiana.
Oh.
That might actually be pronounced Bowdens then.
Maybe it's Bowden. Oh, okay, sorry.
Bowden San Francisco French bread.
Oh, I bet that is delicious.
For San Francisco French bread, we were there one time in college, and we had some sourdough bread, which was really awesome. Do you get clam chowder in there? Or did we just sourdough bread?
I don't know. I probably ate clam chowder because I eat clam chowder anywhere it's on the menu. Oh my God, I love clam chowder. I think it's so freaking good. And I'm talking the white kind. You're giving me no red stuff and call it clam chowder. Yeah, gotta be the white kind with the cream. I don't want it. It's not clam chowder.
I don't think I've ever had red clam chowder before.
Yeah, but it's like a thing. It's like a thing.
Boudins. Oh, okay. See, but yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, we say boudin.
I was like, boudin.
See, I don't like boudin either though because it's pork sausage with rice stuffing in it. It's really gross.
Yeah,
it's really gross.
Really good, really good, really good, really good. Really good. Get y'all some boudin. Sorry about that, boudins, but it sure does look like it was boudin.
Have a good night, Jimmy. We'll see you next week, man. Or tune in on Saturdays for the final scoop, and we'll see you then too.
Next week will be at a regularly scheduled time.
We better
and
be.
Days. Oh my gosh! I only have 1 week left of school, and then I have finals. What?
And then you start winter break.
Is it a break? 10 days straight with our daughter. It's not a break.
Well, I mean,
we're gonna hire a babysitter to take her for the mornings. Not gonna lie to you, that's happening. No, I'm not paying you for that. We're gonna pay somebody else, and then he and I
watch her in the mornings on the weekends. We're gonna go for a walk for 2 hours outside.
I'm doing math. Okay, I wake up and I do math from this math book, and he goes and takes her for a walk for 2 hours, and I'm just like, you're getting the better end of the deal, I promise.
Really?
No, actually, I really like it. I really like doing the math.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. If you like what we're doing here, make sure to hit the like button down below, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we have to call an audible on days like today when Sandy gets her meetings flip-flopped. Here we go. Last question before we close it out. If you're not from the San Francisco area, most people don't know about
We've been to Fisherman's Wharf and saw the seals.
You just used a Boston accent when you started talking about them.
I randomly have accents. I get this weird Brooklyn accent every now and then. I get German. So I apologize for using a Boston accent.
To describe San Francisco.
To describe San Francisco.
There you go.
It just comes out. One time I did an audition for a play and it was supposed to be British accent. And I'm not lying. It came out Jamaican. I was trying to be British. And it came out like Jamaican, and it was like Jamaican, and then it merged into Scottish. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it was nothing close to British. It was bad.
And that's a wrap for this week. So thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you next time.